Hey guys, how's it going? Deadlim Gaming here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a video of an Emblem tutorial for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. This is on PS4, but it doesn't matter, you can do this on any system. So I wanted to show you how to do the Flyers Emblem because it's awesome, and it looks to me like it's pretty much nearly perfect. I hesitate to say perfect because obviously there are going to be flaws. It's inevitable, but it looks pretty good, I think. So I want to show you. I'm going to show you how to do that one today. So first off, just grab what I just used, a circle. Basically, you just want to fill up the background and make that orange, and that's actually pretty important because towards the end, I'm going to use orange to block out some of the flaws around the outside edges of it. So that background will end up being pretty important at towards the end. Then you want to make this circle over here, and this is going to be the outside circle, so you want to keep that white. Then you can copy and paste that one, and then just make a black circle that is a little bit smaller. I think that should be good. Copy and paste again. Then make another white circle. This time make this one smaller in the middle. That looks good. Then we want to do the same thing again. Make this one orange. Make it about that size. There we go. It looks good. All right. So next, I'm gonna come over here, and I want to mention all of the stickers or whatever you want to call them that I'm using for this. They're all available from the start, so you don't have to worry about unlocking anything or anything like that. So we have this I here. This is the letter I. You can find it in the type section. Make it about that thick, and then stretch it right along the edge here. You want to make it so that that bottom end is a little bit below the circle, like that. That should be good, right about there. All right. So get it to look as close to that as you can. It's a lot of this is this isn't easy. So I'm a perfectionist with this sort of thing, and it'll bug the crap out of me if it doesn't look exactly right. So I'm trying to get all the rotations and everything exactly the way they should be. All right. So you want to have this wing and this whatever wing thing it looks like. Put it all the way over here, pretty close to the edge, actually. You want to always keep this flipped, press R3 to get this in free scale mode, so you can manipulate the shape a lot more freely. Basically, you want to make this a little bit longer and taller, too, because you have to fit 4 of these between the top and bottom of that line here, so I'll put one down here. Now I want to fill in the gap here, actually. Oops. Move this over a couple spaces. Too many. Alright. That looks alright. Copy and paste again. There we go. Alright, so that looks pretty good. Next we want to do the black part of that. So I'm just going to copy and paste this over here and shrink it a little bit. I want it to come pretty close to the bottom here. I want it to be basically bordering the other one on the bottom side. So I'm going to stretch it out a little bit here so you can see it has the top left-hand corner has a lot of white around the edge there. That's what you want. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste this and try to do the same thing I did with that one and these ones. I have a little bit of trouble with this part. This is probably one of the hardest parts, getting these wings just right. I'm really obsessive with these, so I try to get them just right, but... Alright, there we go. So that's not too bad. These two are a little far apart. I don't like that. Alright, that's pretty good. Okay, yeah, so next what you want to do is you want to go into the shapes, go down towards the bottom here and get the square. Or, well, I mean, you could use any rectangular shape because you can stretch it out, but I just used the square because it seemed easier. Bring this right up to the bottom here, right so it borders that white line like that. Stretch this out, and that seems pretty good. Make that black, and that looks pretty good right about there. All right. So then I just want to go copy and paste this and do the same thing up here. I can actually make that a little taller. Because what you want to do is you want this to stretch up so that it covers all the blank space here. So you want the two squares here to meet up, like so. And then as they go up, you want to kind of stretch them across to fill in the gap a little bit here. Don't push it into that white line, though. You want to avoid that. And if it covers up these white lines a bit here, that's fine, because we're gonna fix that up later, so don't worry about that. And I did a little bit better with the scaling on this one here than I did earlier. Made it a little bit easier on myself. Alright, so here it looks like that right about now. Okay, so what I want to do, actually I'm going to go back here and I'm going to copy and paste this white line here. Put it all the way up here. I want to copy and paste that, turn it black, move it out so you can see it here. Get it right up against that other white line, stretch it out to be a bit thicker, a little longer. Not quite that long. You don't want to see it is the thing. You don't want to see this black line here. So right about there, that's good. So that covers up that black space there. Okay, I want to do one more thing. I want to grab this previous black square right here, copy and paste it over here. So I have this, and I want to make this a little bit smaller and stretch this out to cover this kind of gap here where you can see the top of that circle. You don't want to see the top, that curve of that circle there. So I'm going to try and fill this in here. I might have to rotate it a little bit. This will look a little awkward, so that's not too bad right there, I think. The better you judge the distance from the top of the circle to that wing, the better this will go. I always screw that up. That's the hard part, is trying to gauge that. So it looks all right there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to copy and paste this one. You know what? Let's go back and copy and paste this one, actually. This will work a little better. Turn that white. And now I want to stretch this. Hang on, I got the fixed scale on there. There we go. Can stretch this out and just want to cover this top part here and make it fit together a little better. Stretch that out a bit. Got to rotate it a little bit. Alright, there we go. Alright, now only a couple parts left. Here we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this eye here. I'm going to rotate it. Try to get it as good as I can there. That looks alright. Okay. So I'm going to stretch this out, make it thin and somewhat long. Alright. I apologize if this takes too long. I am very picky when I do these. I'm very obsessive over these, getting these exactly perfect, so I apologize in advance. But, okay, so we have that one. Now I'm going to come to do the same thing down here, except this one, of course, needs to be shorter. Whoops, I messed that up. I made it a little too thin there. Okay, so I'm going to move this one down. Make it shorter. What you want is for them to, you want to be able to kind of form a visual line between the slopes there so that it matches up with that white line, that diagonal white line there. If that made any sense. I'm probably not explaining this very well, but if you know the logo, you know what I'm talking about. Alright, so make this a little... Alright. And then we want this one to be shorter. And there we go, that's not too bad. Alright. So I'm actually going to take this one, copy and paste again, and then I'm going to push this down here just to fill in this little spot here. Make this. Alright, here we go. Alright, so that pretty well covers that. Now what I want to do, I'm going to copy and paste this again just to fill in that tiny little gap there. Should we see? And there we go. That's not bad. Alright, there we go. So yeah, we're mostly done. This one doesn't look perfect. I kind of screwed it up a little bit, but yeah, you can see the process. That's how you do it. One last thing I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna try and block out that little corner there because that looks a little awkward. And that's the significance of the orange background, is that you can then use it to cover up some of those mistakes. See, it looks like a perfect angle there now. So yeah, that's how you do it. It's not perfect. I kind of rushed this one a little bit to make the video, but yeah, you can tweak it a little bit to make it look a little better. But yeah, that's how you do the Flyers emblem in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Hope you enjoyed. See you guys soon.